My name's Davina Shinsky, and the title of this podcast is Live Without Limits, Reach Personal Success on a Daily Basis. And we talk about personal development, psychology, mental health, mindfulness, relationships, and anything that can affect your personal development and how you deal with things and how you achieve your goals. And today, our presentation is titled Time Management 101: Save Time, Waste Less Time, and Find More Time. And as someone who has worked for themselves for the past 6+ years, I've had to become ultra strategic when it comes to my time. Gone are the days when I'll find a million other things to do other than work or get to the end of the day, panic that I barely made a dent and all the things on my to do list. And I get stressed even thinking about them. So, how did I do it? Well, it took me a bit of trial and error and truly nailed down my time management skills. But with a few hacks, I think anyone can do it, even the most procrastination prone ones among us. And I will share all my hacks with you so that you can get on track with any and every project that you want to get done, but for whatever reason, end up never getting it done. Now, time management is a skill that we all need to learn in order to achieve the, the skills and the our goals along the way. And for so many of us, we just don't know how to manage our time effectively. Therefore, today we want to cover some of these things so that we can help you get to that point where you do not have a problem with time management. And in order to do so, we want you to deal with and understand just how to improve your skills. So, the first one is to prioritize using the ice scoring system. Tim Ferriss said, lack of time is actually lack of priorities, and I couldn't agree more. Without prioritization, we lose track of what is really important. Instead of working toward our goals, we end up distracted, folding laundry, cleaning up the kitchen, chatting to our significant other, or doing anything but our important to dos. And I've been guilty of all of these when putting off a task. So, what we can do is prioritize properly, and the ice scoring system helps you do this. And ICE attaches a prioritization score to each task and stands for impact, confidence, and ease. Impact is the difference that you think getting a task done will make. Confidence is the how effective you think it will be. And ease is how easily you can get it done. So basically, your score, each task on a scale of 1 to 10, the top spots become your priorities and are where you need to allocate your time. When I felt seriously stuck about what to do or where to start, this is scoring system helped me to achieve the goals that I had and also to make things better. Therefore, it is something that can help you to avoid multitasking. It doesn't work. We can't actually multitask. There's literally no such thing. And I'm sorry to burst your bubble about anyone's idea of what multitasking is, because more so we are task switching, which takes tons of mental energy. Some experts even state that task switching, often called multitasking, can reduce your productivity by 40%. So instead, stick to one task at a time. Remove distractions. Sometimes this means keeping your phone out of arm's reach. I've literally kept my phone in the other room when I'm having trouble with time management or focus, or it may mean time blocking, which leads to the right into my next tip, simply because next we're talking about time blocking. Time blocking has been my true savior. Okay, and planning ahead, which we'll get to shortly. In my Google Calendar, I block slots of time for specific generalized groups of tasks. Even messaging my clients is a time block all on its own, since that can easily take 30 to 60 minutes some days. Then there are chunks for client work and even scheduled breaks for eating, walking, or doing whatever I need to do. The key is having these blocks of time scheduled and then actually sticking to them. It's become a hard rule to me unless there's an emergency to stick to the schedule I make myself. Most weeks it stays the same. Sometimes it changes, but the key really is planning ahead. Again, more on this below. So I'm not creating these time blocks on the fly. When my day starts, all I need to do is open my calendar and my task list and get to it. Use the Pomodoro method. And this is something I've heard about from many people that they really love to do. I don't actually use it myself anymore, but I did for a period of time and it did work. But personally, I actually got a better groove without it. Yeah, I know people who swear by it, so maybe it will work for you too. This is similar to a time blocking in many ways, but instead, the Pandoro method or the Pomodoro method works with 25-minute blocks of focused work with 5-minute breaks. After 4 rounds, you then take a longer 15 to 30-minute break. You can even find timers online that will do this for you, such as the Pomodoro timer. And I'll be the first to say that time flies with this method. You might even be surprised how productive you can be in such a short amount of time. Refrain from it. The thing that a lot of people struggle with when it comes to time management, my hand is raised here, is procrastination. We think I should do blank and blank or such or whatever it is that you need to do, just fill in the blank, which actually might create resistance on its own. When we think should, it becomes a non-negative, no choice option. So we resist. I know I do. Instead, I want to reframe things so that we want to do them and do them willingly, not because we have to. For instance, you hate folding laundry. I don't think anyone truly loves it. Maybe they do. I'm open to it. Anyway, so you think I should fold the laundry, which makes that task less than appealing, which it already was to begin with. Instead, we can think about it this way. I want to do laundry, so my room, house, or whatever will be clean and organized, and I'll feel less stressed. What, while this might not work for everyone, something along the lines usually does. There's always a why behind our actions or have tos, and finding that can alleviate the resistance that we face when attempting to do a task. So time saved and productivity activated. Plan ahead and plan extra time where you need it. Now, a new project, plan extra time just in case. Not sure how long the commute will take? Tag on 15 minutes or so to the estimated time. Planning ahead and planning for extra time can help ensure that you have enough time. No more rushing through life and never feeling like you're getting further ahead. So, how do you do this? Well, you have to start by planning time to plan. Yes, this sounds counterintuitive, but hear me out. Take just 15 or 5 to 15 minutes and plan your next week or even just the following day. Future, future or further on, you will thank the past that you had for making a plan that's easy to follow in the moment. So there isn't too much decision fatigue going on around here. And this is just a great time management skill that many people miss. It's almost too easy or too obvious, but the truth is, it really works. We can read all day about time management and never get closer to actually getting better at it. So, getting better at it comes down to putting into effect the previous tips that I suggested and step into the new you that knows how to manage your time properly and get things done. It's up to you to decide whether or not you want to manage your time effectively. And remember this, it's not just prioritizing, it's also thinking about if there are tasks that you don't really like doing, then get them done first, because that way, if you start with the things that you really love doing, then that's where your time wasters come into play.